So guys, not going to be a whole lot of videoing going on this weekend. I got a Christmas party today, which is Saturday, and a Christmas party Sunday. And I think as you guys can hear over here, it's raining out, so that kind of puts a damper on outside activities. What I might do is pull in the deck for the 69 432 here. So you guys are kind of looking at it, or at least the deck I got with that batch of tractors, and see what's up with that gearbox on there. I should stop moving around because the light's probably changing like crazy. But do that. That'll probably be it for this weekend, really. I'm gonna pull the electric start cart apart so I can take it into work Monday and weld it. Used a welder. Nice thing about being laid off but still being able to work just a little bit. So I'll take that in with me and catch you guys while I'm working on the deck. So guys, before I sit this thing on the ground here, show you what we have going on. Oak branch from where I had it stored. Deal with that later. But missing a spoondle, which I have a bunch of those floating around. That's not really a huge deal. This one seems, well, it's hard to say. There's some play in it. I bet you the needle bearings are shot. And that one there is locked solid. Nice. Missing that, missing a wheel, rusty. So it's not worth putting a pile of money into. So will I rebuild anything? Probably not. Will I replace it with something I have on my shelf? Probably so. So, and the front's all banged up. The main problem with this thing was, or at least what I noticed, I don't know if I'll be able to, I think you guys can see me turning that, but the pulley is not turning. Whoop. Sorry guys, she started to fall. Alright, let me set this thing down and I'll take the top off his gearbox and see what's going on. Alright guys. Take the cover off and see what's behind door number 1 here. What's your guys' bets? Broken shaft? Broken tooth? Are the bearings just out of it? I would vote on So somebody was working on this and removed the gears. Alright. Well, I didn't see that coming. Did you guys see that coming? I did. So somewhere at dude's house where I got this stuff from, there is gears in here, a spindle, front drive setup. Oh, there's a lot of stuff there. Really? This cover looks like it has JB Weld on it too. I swear it looks like somebody smeared JB Weld on here, but maybe it's gasket maker. No, it is gasket maker. It's rubberized. Gray gasket maker. Huh. Well, we know he was in the process of working on this deck. Somebody was. So, I have another gearbox over there. And I think I have another gearbox on a full plate minus the arms, which I think I have another set of arms too. I don't know. I guess I'll have to look into this locked up spindle down here and see what's going on, and we'll go from there. Might have to flip it back up, try and pour some grease in it. bearings are probably stuck. Let's see if I can get it moving and see what it spins like. Interesting. Alright guys, so since last clip, casting a big shadow here, but I got the idler arm freed up so it moves back and forth. Idler pulley is partially freed up. Even if it works, it's not going to be long for this world, but actually I think the bearing might be out of that altogether. I'll have to look at that a little bit more, but this one here is halfway froze up, and if I can get out of the light, there we go. I was able to break this spindle free. Hear it touching, but I may be hitting on the ground. Can't tell if it's hitting on the ground or what it's doing there. But I got everything broke free here. Yeah, everything's broke free. I have another spindle. You can see I got the deck carriage removed. I got a whole nother one to your guys' left here. The only thing I'm going to have to reuse is the piece of drive shaft off of there, because it's better than the one I have. The one I have, the universal joint, is half froze. Which I guess I'll spin you guys over here and show you guys that. To your guys' left. Ding ding. So this one here, the universal joint, is pretty... It's good this way, but this way, not so much. It's not a greasable one, so I'd say we gotta... And this whole carriage is in better shape than the other one. So I think it'd be a wise idea to switch that on there. And I think, as you guys could see, perhaps, the only thing I'll have to do is clean the pulley up on this. It's pretty rusty. But when I removed the deck carriage off the other one, that fell off the top. So I know somebody took that out of there, either to do some work on it or something, and I don't know, life just happens. Of course, it could happen to me. Hell, you go along, something happens to you one day, and once I'm gone, nobody would ever figure out what in the world I was doing here. So I will, off camera here, I'm going to grease up the two spindles that are still on the deck. I'll mount the third one in the deck, and then I'll see how these idler pulleys are making out. Because obviously the motor for the tractor is still sitting behind it over there. I think you guys can see it. So it's not like it's a super big hurry, but if I get it functional, then that'll work. If it turns out it runs really good, I might pull the snowplow latches either off of the 450 or the 68 430, put a snowplow on it and plow some snow with it or something. I don't know. It's up in the air, but I gotta wait for the motor parts to come in. Still have not came in yet. So later, guys. Alrighty guys, so there was a lot of off-camera work that I obviously didn't show. I got the carriage swapped over, the new to it spindle bolted in up there. The only thing I didn't do, and I'm kind of wishing I would have, was change the idler pulleys, because that's all that's holding it from spinning freely right now. It'll spin one direction and not the other, but it's definitely the idler pulleys. I have two over there in the box, so I might swap it out. The only one that's going to be a pain is, it might not even be a pain, is the front one there, half underneath the carriage sticking out. And the back one, since I got the arm loosened up, I'll just because obviously I'll have to back the nuts off to get the belt off anyhow. Then once I get the belt off, I can slide it over enough and take the clip off for the arm that pulls it over, and then I can just swing it over. And I think I can swing it around at the back here and be able to get the bolt and the nut off. If nothing else, I'll just pull the E-clip off, and I'll pull the whole thing off and change it on the bench. There's actually another one of them arms over there too, so I can change the whole arm. But yeah, pretty much back together. The only thing it's really missing is a gauge wheel. Other than that, it's about as ready as the tractor is, which it's no closer to being ready than the beginning of the video. So I guess there is some details, like there needs to be bolts run up through here because it's actually what holds the plate to the deck. Right now it's only held on by the spindle bolts, near as I can tell. So I'll do that, and then nuts go on top to hold the covers on. That's how it's supposed to work. They had bolts through the plate and the cover, which made it a pain to remove the cover. So we can rectify that, no problemo. So thanks for watching right now, guys, and I'll catch everybody later. End of the day, well, end of the day for me on a Saturday in the shop, anyhow. It's like 3:15, 3:30 in the afternoon, so go in the house and get cleaned up for a Christmas party at 5. So later, guys. Alrighty, guys, so it's actually been at least been 24 hours since I videoed. It may have been a little bit longer, but I have replaced both idler pulleys. I changed the deck shaft out with the better one. I'm going to have to take a screwdriver and pick the mud out of this one. But motor's still on the floor, trust me, lots of time on that. So, without further ado, everything spins. Doesn't spin real easy, but it does spin. I'm going to take spinning it the first time with the tractor, get everything freed up. The only thing I have to do is I need to put a deck wheel on this yet, but we'll get to that part when we put it on the tractor. I have a wheel, but not a bolt to get through it, I don't believe, anyhow. Alrighty, guys, so that's going to be it for the deck wheel. Spin you guys around and show you. It does have all 3 spindles. I greased all 3. It does spin. Is this deck rusty in all the normal places? Yes, with the exception of the front. Normally it's rusty about right here. There is a little hole over there in one of the other rust areas, but plates look pretty close. Considering this is a completely different spindle, but I actually have, at this point I have like 6 of these spindles because I got a bunch of 400 decks that tore apart. So, good go there, but I'm going to lay this to rest for now, guys, and I'm going to pull the motor out of here and start fitting internal parts, the piston, the rings, connecting rod, etc. So, alright, thanks for watching, guys. Catch everybody in the next one. Later. Motor time. Where you at? Alrighty, guys, so it's been quite a few nights since last time I posted about this deck. And tonight I went over into my deck parts, if the camera will focus. There we go. And I pulled a whole, I don't know what you really want to call it, but, oops. The gauge wheel assembly, the rod that goes across, the height adjuster. I had one of those. It actually came with the 74 commercial 12 and the 67 430. So I stole a deck wheel and the bolt off of that and stuck on this deck. So everything is put together, and it's been so long actually that the 432 is actually mainly put together. Things are gonna be out of order here, but you guys will see that. I still have some more work to do to it yet, but it's to a place where it'll run and drive. So, but that's for the next saga of videos. Why is the camera so messed up? Is it because it's cold? I don't know. But regardless, the deck is basically waiting for me to try and put it on. And I think I'm going to have issues because this one pulley is rubbing the deck. I was hoping when I pulled it tight it was going to pull the other direction, but it doesn't look like it. So I might have to try and bend the pin this way so it's up off the deck or something. Don't know what I need to do exactly yet, but yeah, I'm gonna have to do something, I think. I haven't spun it at speed, but that's just what I'm saying. So, alright guys, that's gonna be it for the deck saga right now. If I do put it on the tractor, I will sure let you guys see it. If I don't, that's where it'll end. Yeah, if I get this thing, if I had a battery for this thing, then I could put the hood on it and then bolt the gas tank down and everything. And then I could put some tubes in the back tires, throw a set of chains on it, set of snowplow latches and snowplow on it, and run it this winter and just see what happens. But has not happened yet. So, alright guys, later.